Imagine having a weak Wi-Fi signal in one room, while your main router works perfectly in another. Instead of buying a completely new internet setup, you may already have the solution sitting at home, a second Wi-Fi router. In this video, I'll show you 2 simple ways to connect 2 Wi-Fi routers and extend your wireless coverage. The first method uses an Ethernet cable, and the second method connects the routers wirelessly. Before we begin, there's one important thing to understand. Think of your main router as the central water tank in your house. The second router simply helps deliver that connection to areas where the signal is weak. Let's start with the most reliable method, using an Ethernet cable. First, reset the second router if it has been used before. This removes old settings that could interfere with the new configuration. Look for the small reset button on the router. Usually, you need to press and hold it for several seconds until the router restarts. Now take an Ethernet cable. Connect one end to a LAN port on your main router. LAN simply means the port used to connect devices to your local network. Then connect the other end to the WAN port on the second router. WAN means the port used by the router to receive the internet connection. Once the cable is connected, turn on the second router and wait for it to start completely. Now connect your phone, laptop, or computer to the second router's Wi-Fi network. The default Wi-Fi name and password are usually printed on a sticker underneath or behind the router. Open a website and test the internet connection. If everything is configured correctly, the second router should now provide internet access. This method is usually the better choice when you can run an Ethernet cable between the 2 routers. That's because a wired connection is generally more stable and can provide better performance. But what if you don't want to run a cable across your home? That's where the second method comes in. You can use the second router as a wireless repeater if the router supports this feature. First, reset the second router again if necessary. Then connect your computer to the second router using an Ethernet cable. Open a web browser and enter the router's setup address. The exact address depends on the router brand and model. Log in using the administrator username and password. During the setup process, look for an option called Range Extender, Repeater, Wireless Repeater, or something similar. The name can be different depending on the manufacturer. Select the Range Extender option. The router will now scan for nearby Wi-Fi networks. Find your main router's Wi-Fi network and select it. Enter the Wi-Fi password for your main router. The second router will then connect to your main Wi-Fi network wirelessly. Depending on the router, you may also be able to choose a new Wi-Fi name for the extended network. Once the setup is complete, place the second router somewhere between the main router and the area with the weak signal. This part is extremely important. Don't place the second router inside the dead zone. It still needs a reasonably strong signal from the main router to repeat that signal effectively. Now connect your phone, laptop, smart TV, or other devices to the second router's Wi-Fi. You should now have better Wi-Fi coverage in the previously weak area. So, which method should you choose? If you can run an Ethernet cable, the wired method is usually the best option for speed, stability, and reliability. If running a cable isn't practical, a wireless repeater can be a convenient alternative. Just remember, not every router supports repeater mode. And if you experience slow speeds, check the distance between the 2 routers and make sure the second router is receiving a strong signal. With the right setup, that old router sitting in your drawer could become a useful way to eliminate Wi-Fi dead zones around your home. Now you know exactly how to connect 2 Wi-Fi routers using either a cable or a wireless connection.